All right. Welcome, everyone. Hope your Sunday is going well. And if you're not having a Sunday, what day is that? Today, let's see how long the stream will be. There are a few topics, ideas I want to cover. One of them being other screen. Well, and big. So, as you can see, the topics for today are plenty. Let's see if we do the second part, depending on how long does it take to do a house. It might take a while. Maybe start with the house and see how far we get. For those of you who don't know what this house is about, this is a project doing for a challenge that my friend and I are posting on Instagram and Discord. So if you want to join, you just Sketch Adventure 25 in Instagram or go to this Discord server. Join the fun. So the point of this adventure, or this challenge rather, is to try a new medium every day for 24 days before Christmas. And today is day number 14. Means it's a daily sketch number 14. And the new medium that we need to choose. For this specific project, when I was brainstorming on one of the previous streams with you guys on what to do, one of the ideas was to make a house every day and kind of maybe glue them together so it's one big thing. And I called it Mixed Mediaville. Very clever original name. Now we're beyond halfway through, and the house number 14, I numbered them randomly, so I also moved them around a bit, the numbers. And if I can see correctly, the house number 14 is here, which means this is kind of the space we're working with today. I'm usually letting myself take more space if I want to, less space, and of these preliminary squares that I left were just general guidelines. But how is everyone doing? How is Sunday? Do you have your beverage of choice? The morning beverage of choice? What is that beverage also? For me, it's usually coffee with oat milk. Also, the medium of choice for today is just maybe before I sketch this, it makes sense to check this out. It's Winsor and Newton liquid Indian ink that was laying somewhere in the box. And because I couldn't find a fountain pen yesterday, found this bamboo chisel and a bit dirty, so let me clean it first. That's how well I take care of mine. So this prehistoric rock pen? Yes, it's a pen. As you can see on this side, it's pretty dirty because I did. But it's strange, but it works. So I thought, why not? You think? It's been a pretty wild ride in terms of this sketch adventure challenge. There were some, you can see that there is a big discrepancy between all these houses in terms of quality of work. And that makes sense because not all the media used is comfortable with. So some of those I never used before really. I used colored gel pens that much. This acrylic Posca Lakes also. Not sure what to do with this house here. Maybe just make like veranda here. Where I mean like a glass framed balcony. Maybe it can be more intricate than some other ones because I hope with this nib I can make pretty thin lines, although as I was saying out there for a second, the sketch adventure was so far very fun and eye-opening is, but in many ways it took me out of my comfort zone for a lot of these media, and I think that was the point of it. You're drawing with a new medium every day for 24 days, and that's in itself it's pretty challenging to pick the medium. So that was already thing that I usually don't do because we're just a few media that I like being pretty satisfied with them. But once in a while it's good to yourself a bit outside of the bubble of what you're really using, especially I think for creativity there is no excuse not to play. So that's in my mind what creativity is all about. Doing art is mostly playing around, expressing ideas that come to your brain. The holiday season is come. Any plans for that? I did take some days off at work, but I didn't really specifically keep. But I was thinking, because I will probably have a little bit of peace of mind without needing to work during the day, so I thought I would stream more often in the evenings, and that probably would make some people over and they could join the streams. I know that we have some potential viewers in the US would probably like to join, or they expressed their interest. Let's see, maybe today session changes its course because I can't open this ink. So our potential US viewers, they can join at this time on Sunday, obviously, because it's depending on where they are, obviously. 4 o'clock in the morning, which is, depending on your lifestyle, arguably pretty. Oh, this ink is a bit chunky. Is this normal for ink? Is that what happens if you don't use it enough? It seems like it curdled like milk. Well, what we have for today's? Just get on with it. It's an experience that I'm also not sure that this paper is meant for ink because it's pretty textured. I mean, if you have been following along this journey of sketching this mixed media, you probably noticed that I complain about this paper a lot. And there is a reason. It's not like I hate on this paper. It's a good paper, but it's very textured. So I think for some media, it's really good to have this textured. Also, depending on the effect that you're. But for a lot of other media, having this heavy texture is making the media pretty hard to control. So I guess for future reference, it's good to remember that you should pick the right tools for your job. Maybe if I would think a little bit more that what I'm trying to achieve with this project, would have picked a different paper, so like a mixed media paper. Yeah, can work a little bit better. But lessons learned. It's not like there is a consequence to this other than. So it's all good. Is anyone watching from people who are also participating in the challenge? If you're watching now or later on YouTube, how is this going? What was the most challenging, eye-opening part so far for you? I know there is still 10 days of the challenge left. A lot can happen. But we have a pretty solid group of maybe 6 or 7 individuals, as far as I can see from their Instagram. scattered around the globe. Which I think makes it an international couch. There you are. But yeah, do tell what was, and maybe also not just for people who are participating in the challenge themselves. If you have been following along, or if you haven't, that easy. And let us know what do you think about this challenge in general? Is it something we should do more of next year? I'm gathering ideas here because I do have some time off. I was planning on spending some time planning. I was planning on spending some time planning next year plans, this studio. And one of the biggest things that I want to get going is to grow a stable community of people. Hello, Northern, good morning. How is it going there? So one of the things for next year would be grow a community. And here is where I will need your advice. If you are watching this, that probably means you either skipped and clicked in the middle of the video, and now you're wondering what am I talking about even, which is fine, you know, every interaction counts. Every interaction is better than no interaction. But if you're watching this because you watched the previous half an hour of the stream, that means that you don't mind this format, right? And if that's the case, then I would appreciate your feedback on what do you think works, what doesn't. Mervyn says very tired Sunday. It's also pretty gray outside, so I think it's a stay at home Sunday if the problem with chunky ink is that it doesn't flow. Surprise. So community building for next year. I will be bothering anyone who's watching this with some posts on Discord and Instagram, probably asking what you think or trying out different formats and different types of whatever we're gonna be doing next year. For community building, my kind of main thought right now is I will brainstorm more, get back to you. But for now I'm thinking Discord and Patreon as kind of main channels. Obviously, with Patreon, if I want to gather money, go on Patreon, ask for money, gather money. That would be the income. But if I want to ask for money on Patreon, I feel like I should also provide something of value there, right? Or create like a quarter tier where people just keep playing instead of Twitch or YouTube when we get there. But for some stuff, for example, for Twitch, we need, if we want to unlock some next stage, or rather, if I want to unlock next, I need to make at least 3 of you guys watching chat in the chat. And obviously, it would really help to have more than one viewer, because with one viewer it's hard to get 3 people chatting, right? It's a bit of a mathematical kind of. So there are a lot of things I will be getting more people from Instagram to join the stream, clarify what value I'm trying to bring to people by Patreon, if any. This is very tough to use, this stick. I'm not complaining, but it's a user-friendly tool. Or it could be that I'm using it really wrong, and there is a technique that actually is to use this tool better. So yeah, there are some strategies that I researched are suggested, with being consistent with posting, having series of posts or theme. And I'm that a bamboo tip. I think it's bamboo or some sort of, yeah, I think it's bamboo. Look at it. Very, very bamboo-y. I like how versatile bamboo is. But I'm not blaming it on the tool. I will blame it on the chunky ink, because it's not normal for ink to be chunky, right? And I've never seen it before. Didn't know it can chunk up. It's not waterproof ink though, so I guess I could just reactivate it with some water or just shake it vigorously. Wanna try a metal tip? No, I think I will stick, thank you though. I will stick with this wooden one because I think that's the medium that they already picked. Also, one of the participants of the challenge on Instagram has used this kind of wooden stick in one of their recent sketches, and I thought that's something I could also try. But maybe tomorrow is time for the So there is stuff we're gonna be trying out, and I keep saying we because I think one of the points of these streams and stuff. So basically, one of them, let me start over. One of the goals for next year for me for this studio is to build a community, right? And the other one is to build up a print shop of different prints that people could, and not necessarily the same people who are in the community. I'm thinking about it more as a let's learn stuff together kind of establishment. I will be like, I don't want to be neither specifically teaching people anything, because know a lot about art, for example. But at the same time, I don't want to throw off my work because I'm not always feeling like it's so worthy, or I'm not even maybe in the mood of throwing off and just want to create something in peace. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. There are others who are looking for a company to create in peace. And it could be, just amateur artists who are doing this for fun, not planning on making money with it. Or it could be starting artists and people who are trying to get to professional level, like yours truly, for example. Do want to get to a level where I can sell my prints and quit some parts of my job. Wouldn't that be great? But there is a long road to get there, and we will see if it's even possible in this day and age with this that I have. I am curious about it more than but it could be also, I'm just talking about the audience of these streams that trying to attract. It could be also professional artists who are working already on their established brand, who just want to go along for a couple of hours, work on their own project. So it's more of a growing club than anything else. But for me, it would be also a channel to try things out and with people. So for that, I will be thinking in the next days about kind of like a framework of mine that using for the next year. And it could be that you so I will share it everyone or Discord and probably also on Instagram. And then we can see what's in store for next year. But I'm thinking having several topics for the whole year, and maybe one umbrella topic and few topics based on, we'll see either like a monthly topic or weekly or quarterly, annually. So there are different ideas circulating. We'll see what I'm gonna settle on. But also do let me know if you feel like there would be something you really would benefit from. Like, you know, do you think like challenges help you grow artistically because they maybe put some time pressure or force you to study subjects you don't normally draw? Or, for example, you know, what else? Maybe some, not just challenges, but some discussion topics. Or we can learn some new media together. Or not necessarily media, maybe it's like an art. Maybe we can do like a history of art journey through history of art in different cultures. That probably will require too much work. Challenge, though, on the other hand, is often a good thing to get people doing stuff. At the same time, with challenge, it's always a challenge to balance the length and restrictions of the challenge and all that stuff with what people can actually achieve in the time frame and with everyone living their busy lives. So, you know, monthly challenge would be a good thing, meaning that you have a whole month to finish something. But then you get some people who literally work the whole month on it because they have that time and opportunities, which is not to blame the people, just stating the facts. But then there are some people who maybe can pick like one weekend during that month to work. And often you can see people kind of getting discouraged because of that. Because, like if you spend a whole month working on the project versus just one weekend, often it is a game of time and effort that you spend more than maybe skill or anything else. I mean, skill also matters, obviously. You know what I mean. Just trying to use kind of the leftovers of ink on this stick to just indicate the shadow direction. I don't want to like put a line there, but I want to dirty up a little the page. Is like it's a shadow. So there will be some community building stuff next year, like challenges and things like that. But I also think for like each topic you could, for the whole year, you could interpret in your own way. Maybe you want to, like me, produce a print for each topic. For example, if there is a monthly topic, not saying that there will be, but if there is a monthly topic, maybe it's one print a month that I will be adding to the print shop. For you, maybe it's one music track that you produce in that month on that topic. Or maybe it's also a print or a finished illustration or a portfolio piece. Or anything else. Maybe it's a sock. If you're knitting socks, it's one sock per month challenge. So, curious to hear what you think. In the comments, Discord, or in the chat right now if you're watching live. But I think we're kind of done-ish. We are kind of done-ish with this ink. Pretty messy. to work with this medium. It's been Winsor Newton liquid Indian ink and a bamboo big nib. What's next, you might ask? Oh, whoops. Next I mess up the rest of this. Well, it's been almost an hour. What do you think, guys, we should do? Should we just go straight to the Roland and play the improvised music session and then call it a stream for today? Or are you still in the mood for hanging out a bit longer? Then we can sketch some landscapes. What do you think? Music session. All right. One vote for music. Okay, one music counts as majority. But the question, a follow-up question that Mrs. Seferina. Music too. Do you want a year explanation of what I'm doing while I'm doing this? Or oh whoa, it's spoilers. Don't look. It's we cannot switch to this. Or should it be just an improvisational jam without talking? So do whatever you are doing there. Thank you for you like improv, Norman? Right. One for improv. But we also have Sakharinov now on YouTube. I think Sakharinovna has an exhibition this week. That's exciting. Alright, let's maybe a short one beforehand and then a session. Alright. That sounds fair. Let's move this camera a bit. We don't need this camera. Or maybe we do need it. But we probably don't need it actually. But let's keep it because it shows all this fun. Yeah. Come on. Well, that's smooth. Smooth transition. I even have, what am I doing? I even have a scene for this without this second cap. So we can just focus on the important part. So let's see, what do we have here? let's load. Okay. I have a Sundays project that contains everything that we have. Excuse my dirty hands. Everything that we have had in the past streams. The way this thing works, I quickly explained before, is that it has 4 channels. For each channel, we have different opportunities. So on the first channel, I usually have drums. Let's see. And there are different clips, you can basically like snippets of music. Here we have something like this. So as you can see, very different. On the track number 2, we have some pads or melodics. Very, very nice. And on 3, we have some bass, I think. Some wobs. Some just drone-like notes. And on 4, I think is just a looper track, which means it just plays a loop of pre-recorded sounds, and it can be either pre-recorded from this groove box, so I can record other tracks into this looper track, or I can load a sample like I did here, which is a sample of my electric toothbrush brushing a glass plate. Neither the brush nor the glass plate were heard during this, so that's okay. And here you can see there's already something recorded from other tracks. Sometimes it's nice to record like a piece with some effects or something like that. Like this one, for example. So that's kind of how it works. And I think for today, let's say, okay, we have these 5 clips. Oh, on number 2, I've actually copied this from number 12 to number 5. So now this one is playing, this one we can delete. And then on 3, okay, let's move this one as well from number 9 to 6. What I'm trying to get to is just have everything we did in the past on the top line, and then everything new we're gonna create today maybe on our line from 9 to 16. Let's this one, 2, 4. Ideally, you would also group these logically, so you know, like everything you want to play together, you put in the same click number. This way you can toggle them all together and have it be nice. So I guess we will just start with something and see where it takes us. See you on the other side, guys, at the end of the stream. Let's Well, well, well. I think we have arrived at our destination. What do you think? It's been a wild ride. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you spending time with me and other viewers. Don't forget to like if you like this session and follow on Twitch to stay tuned. And also subscribe on YouTube if you haven't yet. And join Discord. And do all those great things people do these days on the internet. Here is the link to all links. Thanks for being here and have a great rest of your day. See you next time.